What's going on, guys? TTL here. Today I'm going to be going over my top 5 picks for prize picks today. This is going to be mixed NFL and MLB. I only have 3 MLB picks that I like total today. I do have 5 or 6 different NFL plays that I'm on today. Probably could find a lot more, but I like doing just 5 or 6 top plays rather than playing 15, 16 different props, especially on like an NFL Sunday where you have so many different good props. I just pick my top props and then play those in round robins, 5 picks, 2 picks, 3 picks, however you would like to do it. Today is October 15th, 2023. Now, I do want to mention, guys, I'm giving away $500 if we can get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of October. We have 16 days. We're just about at 9,000. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. I'm going to be giving it out on YouTube in the next video after that 10,000 mark. So but let's get into these picks. Before we do get started, if you're interested in joining the Patreon, it's only $20 a month. You get PrizePicks, Underdog, and Sleeper. You get sportsbook bets, watch parties, VIP giveaways, all that good stuff. You get a ton of value for it, and we've been absolutely killing it. So I highly recommend it. Again, it's only $20 a month. So for the value you get, it's a lot of value for the price. But let's get into the MLB first. First off, I really like Zach Gallen. We'll go to our partners at Outlier so we can put up the stats. First off, I really like Zach Gallen over 4.5 hits allowed versus the Phillies. Super surprised to see the Braves go home that early, especially the Phillies putting them out. But that's just me. Did not expect the Phillies to win that series, let alone 3-1. But the Phillies, they've been killing it, man, especially Bryce Harper. But the Phillies versus Arizona, Gallen should pitch quite a few innings unless he just absolutely hit, walk. But he should pitch quite a bit. Obviously, it is playoffs, so he might get pulled if he gives out too many hits too early. But with 4.5 hits, I expect him to go over that. It's minus 130 odds on sportsbooks, minus 139 on Caesars. And he's hit this in 8 out of his last 10 games. He's hit this in 69% of his games this season, which is 25 of 36. The only issue is that where it is playoffs, again, if he gives those hits too early, he might just get pulled immediately. But as long as he can go 3 or 4 innings, I expect him to be able to go long enough to allow 4.5 hits. In the head-to-head, he's went against them 1 time this year, and that was back in May, and he gave up 5 hits. And the hitters for the Phillies have been on fire lately, so I especially expect him to give up more than 5 now that we're actually late into the season, and they're absolutely just demolishing it. The other MLB play that I have for you guys today is going to be Zach Wheeler over 16.5 pitching outs from the other side. So we can take a look at him. We can see this is actually only minus 108 on FanDuel, but it's minus 130 on DraftKings, and it gets even worse on Caesars where it's minus 161 odds. We can see that in the past 10 games, he's hit this in 8 out of 10. He had 1 game versus the Braves where he only went 5 innings, and then 1 game versus the Pirates where he only went 4 innings. But Wheeler absolutely smashes this line most of the time. This season, he's went over 74% of the time, which is 25 of 34 games. Typically, he does go 6 innings, and I know this is the playoffs, and a lot of pitchers are getting pulled short, but I don't expect him to give up many hits or walk many batters against the Diamondbacks either. For some reason, I can't pull up his matchup stats. It's not letting me. But we can see in the head-to-head, he has went over 6 innings. Every single game versus the Diamondbacks. There was only 1 game this season versus the Diamondbacks where he was a starting pitcher. He did go 18 outs that game, which is 6 innings. I expect him to go 6 innings tonight, maybe even 7, depending on if he's allowing hits and walks. But I think he's going to kill it. We can see his under 1.5 walks allowed is all the way up at minus 140. And then that's a great odds as well if we look at his last 10, last 20. and the head-to-head. And then we can even see that his under 1.5 earned runs is favored, that his under hits allowed, under 3.5 hits allowed is barely plus money. I just expect him to not give up many hits. I don't expect him to give up many earned runs. And for that reason, I think they're just going to keep him in for quite a while. His strikeout line is all the way up at 6.5 as well. So love these two picks for MLB. These are my top 2 MLB picks. And then after that, we'll go ahead and head on to NFL for the other 3. As for the discounted props for today, I do really like the Lamar Jackson discount. I don't really like the Tua discount. I really don't. I liked his under at his original line. Don't really love the discount. It is only 11% off, so there is that. One of my top plays is going to be Zach Wilson, and I'm going to over 30.5 passing attempts. This has changed. This has bumped. It was 29.5. Now it's 30.5. I still really love this. We can take a look at Zach Wilson on Outlier, and we can see that. I saw the under. I didn't see the over. Over 30.5 passing attempts is around -125, -123 on sportsbooks, and we can see that Philadelphia passing attempts against ranked 30th, allowing almost 40 passing attempts against them per game. So with Zach Wilson also being a beast, he got 36, 39, and then two out of 5 of his last 5 he's went over. But a lot of these were good defenses as well. When he's against Philadelphia, I expect him to go over. Again, they're ranked 30th, allowing 40.2 passing attempts against them per game. So with his line only being at 30.5, I really like this. I liked it better at 29.5, of course, but 30.5 should be easy to hit for him as well in this matchup. Next out, I have Kirk Cousins over 1.5 passing touchdowns versus the Bears. We'll go ahead and pull him up as well. We can see it's -113 on FanDuel, -120 odds on DraftKings, and the Bears are 32nd in the league for passing touchdowns against them, averaging 2.5 passing touchdowns per game that they're allowing. We can see that Kirk Cousins has went over this. He's gotten 2 or more in all 5 starts this season. So loving this line, especially against the Bears. He's exceeded 1.5 passing touchdowns in 11 of his last 12 games after a loss as well. So loving this for him. All of the signs point towards over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Sorry, I'm getting my words jumbled, speaking too fast. But Sleeper also has this at like -1.5x instead of like typical 1.77x. So you do get better value on PrizePicks and Underdog. Loving this prop for him today. Oh, and by the way, if you guys aren't signed up to PrizePicks or Underdog, you can sign up using code TTL for a 100% deposit match up to $100. So highly recommend doing that as well. I also am sponsored by THUNDERPICK for sportsbooks. If you're not signed up to THUNDERPICK, you can sign up. You get a 100% match up to $600. So you can get $600 completely free. Highly recommend using them if you don't have a sports book, or if you're in a non-legal state, THUNDERPICK will still work for you. So they're legal in all 50 states. But last play of the day, the 5th play, the 3rd NFL play is Jimmy Garoppolo under 237.5. We'll take a look. On Outlier, and we can see under 237.5 passing yards, -115 on DraftKings, -125 on Caesars, and we can see that the Patriots are 7th in the league for passing yards allowed, only allowing 190 passing yards per game. And then we can see the insights. Jimmy Garoppolo has failed to exceed 235.5 passing yards in 6 of his last 7 games. And we can see this season he's played 4 games. He stayed under in 3 of those. So with this matchup against the Patriots and him just not getting many passing yards per game typically this season anyways, I really love this under 237.5 for him today. So those are my top 5 picks of the day. You can do a 5-pick, put them in any 2 picks you would like. I love all 5 of these. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button. Again, let's get to 10,000 subscribers. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video and hopefully in the Discord as well.